From new longer Amazon Prime footballs to cleats that look like they're from another planet and new technology that could change the way that fans watch games, the future of football is most definitely looking weird. The NFL predicts that by 2045, fans will be able to experience games in 3D simulation, to where you will barely even notice that you aren't actually there. This is already sort of a thing with VR, but pretty soon, that will be a part of the past, which is just crazy to think. And this new way of viewing may affect the in-person ticket sales of games, and I will be very interested to see if that happens to be the case. And the future of an actual football is also looking very weird because Amazon Prime released a freakishly long football that is designed to make throws have the ability to go much further, and when I say much further, I mean like over 100 yards. This ball was originally created as a prank, but Russell Wilson debuted the ball in a short video that of course ended up blowing up, and it created tons of speculation throughout the NFL, with Prime Video picking up Thursday night games. You can just easily see how much faster that ball flew out of his hands, and honestly, I have a hard time believing that receivers would be able to catch that thing on a consistent basis. But for now, this crazy ball will stay on the sideline, but I mean, hey, anything can happen in the future, so who knows? One change that is coming very soon is new overtime rules, because time and time again, teams have absolutely gotten their hearts ripped apart just based off of the flip of a coin. Offense has just become too powerful in today's game with how defenders aren't really allowed to make any contact, and when you give guys like Mahomes the ball and all he has to do is score a touchdown to win, things are pretty much over. More recently, we saw this when the Bills and Chiefs played in the AFC divisional round in one of the most wild games of all time, and as soon as the Chiefs won the overtime coin toss, everyone knew the game was over. And the solution to this is actually pretty simple, because college football has it completely figured out. For them, each team gets the ball at least one time starting at the 25-yard line, and basically, it just becomes a shootout until somebody wins. This is by far the most fair way to do it, and it's one of the most entertaining things to watch in all of sports. And for the NFL, they could even start things back at the 50 to make things closer to a full drive for an offense. And if the NFL really wanted to shake things up, then they should add the 4th and 15 rule that was debuted in the XFL, and many people loved it. And in case you have no idea what I'm talking about, basically, instead of onside kicks, you would have an option to complete a 15-yard pass to retain possession of the ball. I know 15 yards is a little too short for the NFL level, and it would probably have to be more like 25, but you get the point. And I think it would add so much more drama late in games. So those are some of the rules that the NFL should definitely think about changing. And continuing with the trend of change, we've seen some very different and futuristic stadiums being designed and built as of late, highlighted by the Rams' new SoFi Stadium and the new MSG Sphere that isn't for football, but is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. Some facts that you may not know about SoFi Stadium is that the field itself lies 100 feet below ground level, which is double the depth of any other venue, and the roof has a LED screen that can display TV or messages to any plane that crosses above. Also, the sides of the actual building can open up to allow that California breeze to blow in. And that is just the start of things, so I can't even imagine what else is in store for future stadiums that are still to be built. And the most likely case of us seeing a completely brand new stadium anytime soon is an expansion team, and some of the cities that I think deserve a team are Toronto, OKC, and Salt Lake City. But let me know what cities you guys think deserve one in the comments below. Next up, Ezekiel Elliott wore a helmet last season that had never been seen before, and it actually looked futuristic. This Riddell Axiom helmet was uniquely designed after tons of advanced research to help players take another step toward improving the prevention of common football-related brain injuries like CTE. It all starts with a 3D scan to customize the shape, and the helmet actually has one bar less than normal, which gives a much broader view of the field. And things only get crazier from there, because the helmet also has a built-in sensor that can detect and adjust to what spots are being hit the most during live games. Just insane technology. And with how many injuries do go on throughout an NFL season, there is a very big possibility that within the next few decades, we see some rules created to help prevent some of the serious ones, like concussions. I've even heard some people say that with how things are headed, QBs may even have flags on them. But I personally don't think that's ever going to be the case, but linemen already pretty much can't touch a QB at all without an unnecessary roughness flag being thrown, so defenders might eventually get to the point where they prefer flags. But at the same time, imagine trying to pull Lamar Jackson's flags when he's on the run. He would literally average 8 rushing touchdowns a game. Next up, another piece of equipment that is rapidly changing as time goes on are cleats. These specific ones that I'm showing you right now are actually a soccer design, but easily could be made for the NFL, and they literally just look like they are from another planet, and they are supposed to enhance the performance of an athlete, but so much to the point where it could even be prohibited. And even though we're projected to be over 50 years away from seeing this kind of cleat, people are already constantly researching how to improve what we already have and give any sort of advantage they can. And can you imagine if somebody like Tyreek Hill was given cleats that could make him run even faster and jump even higher? Man, that would be something to watch. Click the video on the screen to watch another video from me, and I'll see you guys next time.